Washington's focus on global business. Siemens Global CEO meeting with lawmakers and Trump administration officials today in D.C. And ahead of the meeting, he's joining us now in a Fox Business exclusive. The Siemens Global CEO and President Joe Kaeser. Good to see you, Joe. What are your top items on the agenda for today?
Well, actually, I've been bringing my whole management team, so the whole Siemens managing board is here. We are seeing our customers. We talk to lawmakers just to listen and understand on how we can serve the country even better, especially our customers and the administration.
What is your number one item going into the meeting? What is the number one thing on the list that you want to discuss?
The number one is definitely on how we can contribute to make this country even greater than it is today already. This is about employment, that's about manufacturing jobs, but also manufacturing jobs which are actually next generation. I mean, we all talk about digitalization. This is going to change the manufacturing side fundamentally. Today already Siemens has more than 24 billion revenues in the United States. We've got 60 manufacturing sites all over the country. So we have a natural interest to retrain our people, our almost 60,000 people, to the next generation manufacturing and engineering. And that's why this matters so much to us, that we have the right skill set, that we have the right motivation, and we have the right people who are already embracing the first generation of industrial revolution.
Well, later this week, you're going to break ground on the expansion of a manufacturing and research and development healthcare site in Massachusetts. Where would you put the United States in terms of a hospitable place to do business, in terms of our workforce, in terms of tax policy, in terms of just the overall business environment?
Well, honestly, I think there is one stakeholder which you have been missing in the count, and that's our customers, because they matter the most. So we are not selling to governments only, we are selling to our customers. So that's why it's important to us that we get the right skill set, that our customers are close, because you can only be as good as your customers are, so we need to work together. And that's why we said we are going to Massachusetts and build a diagnostics, manufacturing and engineering site up there in the north. Feel pretty good about it. We've got great people, good skills. We've got universities obviously very close. So it's a good place and the right place to invest several $100 million in the next couple of years, up to 1,000 jobs. We are going to create more, so we'll feel pretty good about it.
Joe, you met with President Trump in March when German Chancellor Angela Merkel came to the White House, and the two are expected to meet again next week at the G20. And the issues, of course, will include immigration, free trade, climate change. And now we're learning that Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross is canceling a trip to Germany. What are your expectations for the G20 meeting?
Well, look, I mean, this is a global matter, where the global leaders come together and actually act upon their responsibility to make life better for the planet. I think that's what the matter is all about. There's more than 7 billion people on this earth. They deserve a better life. The global political leaders need to go together and find a way to show people the way on where to take this planet to. And I believe there is 5 major topics which will define the world in the next years or decades. First is this global rise of populism. It's a massive topic which actually stems from the fact that we have divided societies. So we need to find a way to be inclusive of our people in the world. And that's particularly important because obviously, you know, with the fourth industrial revolution, which is the second topic, the jobs will change. There will be millions of jobs lost, but there will also be more than millions of jobs being created. And we need to find an inclusive way of bringing those things together.
Joe,
second topic is, I guess, is important. That's global migration. For a very long time, the industrial countries, such as, for example, Germany, has always thought that globalization only goes one way, and that goes from Germany to export. We need to understand now that globalization has 2 roads, so people come back, and globalization comes back by global migration. Third topic is climate change. I mean, there is factual evidence that we do have climate change. We need to understand on how we tackle it in the long term. No hassle, but very clear way going forward. And the fifth one I believe is equally important. And I said already about being inclusive of society. If you want to be inclusive of society, there's got to be more than short-term oriented shareholders. This is about serving society in the long term. So we need to find a way to be inclusive of politics, of economics, as well as societal responsibility. And that's what I would wish the global leaders to have a focus on going forward.
Joe, great to see you this morning. Thank you for taking the time to be here. Joe Kaeser, the CEO of Siemens Global and also the president.